But the most important reason for planting clover in the lawn is because it feels so blasted good on my bare feet.
Ooh, ah.
Feet are really tired and achy. You can soak them as well.
Ooh, that feels good.
Ooh, yeah. By the way, this is also good for stinky feet. It's a condition horticulturists refer to as wet feet. So I'm gonna use some fairly large limestone slabs. Hey, I got big feet, to create the steps or stairs or, well, let's just call them stair steps. And that means a trip to the rock pile. Oh, and I think I'll put my boots on too. I'm just gonna sit here and wiggle my toes in this clover because it feels oh so good. Ooh, yeah. The convenient it is to water your container plants, the more likely it is that you'll actually get around to watering them, but only when they need it. Remember, the quickest way to lose a container. Oh, and by the way, it's also a good idea to take care of your feet as well, but yeah, that's a whole other story. Especially in a size 13. For one thing, they're easy to get on and off. And they rinse clean with a blast of water from the hose. They also come with a foam insert that cushions your feet and can be removed for cleaning, or in my case, disinfecting. 2 feet deep. Boy, I can't wait to... Speaking of pots, here's one more highly effective use for Epsom salt. Just add a few tablespoons to a pot of warm water and soak your tired, aching gardener feet. Oh, that feels good. Most certainly know by now, I love tropical plants of all kinds. In large part because I also love the tropics. And to the extent that space allows, I overwinter as many of them as I can indoors. These sago palms, for instance, have spent no less than 3 winters indoors, and as you can see, they're doing great. But I've recently added a number of new tropicals to my list, and, well, I thought you might like to see them. Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you want to see them or not?
Yeah!
All right, let's take a look. But which method is best? Stakes or cages? Well, I've got plenty more to do here. Coffee table books are great too, if for no other reason than to inspire you with their incredible 4-color photography. Southern half of the country, soft neck varieties which don't. And my shoes, well, I'm mighty proud of these. You see, I made them out of mole leather. Anyway, the humidity in the average home, relatively speaking, doesn't come close to what most plants prefer. Although thankfully most will adapt in time. And some, like cacti and other succulents, need very little humidity. And speaking of stories, well, I've got a cute one for you. You know, the term relative humidity, well, it reminds me of when my boys were still in diapers and they'd wake up in the middle of the night. Let the water cool a bit and stick your feet in it and let them soak for about 15 minutes or so. Oh yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. A few tips on how to get the most bang for your landscape buck, a look at the 10 most popular vegetables grown in America's backyard gardens, and a slightly offbeat discussion of why it's so important to work out before working in the garden. Now, I'll be the first to admit it's been a little weird, a little wacky, but it's been a whole lot of fun. So until next time, I'm Paul James, the Gardener Guy, for Gardening by the Yard. I'll see you next time. Fungal diseases are the athlete's foot of the plant world. They strike without warning, spread like wildfire, and are tough as toenails to get rid of. But what makes them even worse is that once they show up on your plants, well, in many cases, you're simply stuck with them. At best, you can take action to prevent them from spreading, but in many cases, no amount of dusting or spraying will eliminate certain fungal diseases once they've reared their ugly heads, as any rose grower who's battled black spot will tell you. After a long day in the garden, chances are you'll wind up with sore feet. I know I do. And when that happens to you, grab a few tomato slices and stuff them in your shoes, then slide your feet right into them.